So there are quite a few key ingredients to Apple's successful design innovation. They focus more on simplistic design rather than on the little details, and this really allowed creativity and thoughts on developing the product as a whole or more of their major product features. For example, because they weren't focusing on the little tiny details, Apple was able to spend more time shaping their new innovative ideas into a highly interactive product called Siri, which is on the iPhone. Another key ingredient is that from a physical standpoint, they market sleek products that basically allows Apple to make a unique image for themselves. So this sleek appearance kind of shows people that they're better, Apple is better and above the current trends that will eventually change over time. They want to come off more as an everlasting trend. Another key ingredient is that they're very secretive about their strategy and operations, and even their new models and products that will be put out on the market in the future. I know from experience I've tried to look up new releases and what kind of features they would have, and there wasn't much information about it. And this from my experience, I feel like this is very successful for their marketing, and followers like myself will become intrigued and generate expectations. I think that also what helps with their success is that they streamline their product portfolio and reuse the same product families and basically just continue to make improvements. So Apple's not spending the time and money to create something completely different, but more they're taking what they already have and just making improvements and developing it even more to the current times. This also is helpful because customers are more familiar with the previous models and might be more likely to go out and try the new improved model. So as a consumer of Apple products, I would recommend to Apple to maybe develop their products so that they can withstand different situations such as water damage or shock damage, like crack screens, things like that. It might be helpful to do that because people might be customers might be more likely to buy this product because they know their money is going to something that has good quality and will withstand, little accidents such as what I mentioned. This might be good for customers, now that I think about it, but it might also be a little counterproductive to Apple just because sometimes I think that they try to make their products so they can break, so people will be more likely, will come back and buy a new product. They'll make more money that way. Or maybe provide an insurance that will cover these types of potential issues. People will definitely be willing to buy this kind of insurance because little things like that always happen, and I know people really covet their Apple products, so that might be helpful. So some of the lessons that people can learn from Steve Jobs is to be confident in yourself and your ideas. He was really he's very upfront and knew what he was doing, or really came off as he knew what he was doing. Make sure to have the right amount of confidentiality in your work. So he knew to keep people interested by giving away little details to really keep followers interested, but don't give away any major products until the product is put out fully in the market. I think that we can also learn to have a strong hands-on involvement in your company in terms of decision making, product and service design, to strategy making. So he really had a strong appearance in his company, and he made sure that he was 100% present and invested in his company. He also considered that he really needed to move along with the times and ideas of the present. You need to make sure that what you are selling and making money off of is what customers want in the current time of day. If it isn't, if it's outdated, then just eliminate it from what you're trying to sell. And finally, I think that we can all learn from Steve Jobs to work against conventional ideas and come up with a unique approach to running a business. He didn't have any formal training when it came to engineering or business. He kind of just went with his intuition, and like everyone expects for you to be successful to have a degree, but he was able to find his success even without something like that. So working against conventional ideas. So that's about it. Thanks for listening.